Hello, welcome back. If you are watching this video, thank you for your support. In today's video, rather than speak on the process of painting this, truly because there was not much preparation going into this painting, other than the strings in my reference photo, and you'll see that later. I wanted to speak on what it's like painting something from childhood. I was a baby in this photo. It's me and my mom. My mom has me up on her shoulders, and my dad probably took this picture. I just wanted to speak on what it's like to paint something from your childhood while actively working on, especially in therapy, working on memories from childhood. So I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to give any details. All I'm going to say is that the childhood that I had was pretty rough, and I'm working through different things in regards to parenting and what that looks like. And it's just interesting how this is the second time that I'm painting somebody in my family where I'm actively working on something in therapy in regards to that family member. So, my mom and I, our relationship, I'm working on it in therapy, and I'm going over things and just sort of healing. And I find it to be really intense. I mean, the things that I'm doing in therapy are really intense. Similar to EMDR, I am doing brain spotting. And I guess trigger warning, if you don't want to hear me talk about this type of stuff, then I swear I'm not going to talk for too long. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. If it's not for you, totally watch a different video. But yeah, I found myself working on something that happened to me in childhood that was very difficult, and painting my mom. And how odd it is that this is the second time this happened. The other time it happened was with a different family member, and I was doing a painting and something happened, and it made me kind of stir away from wanting to paint. And with this particular painting of me and my mom, it was more so just like it was hard to look at. And I just find that so fascinating, because how often does that happen to a person where, especially like when you're doing portraits, like if I was painting a portrait of somebody and then they passed away, God forbid, while I'm painting a portrait, I wouldn't know how to continue. And it's just odd that like these little things keep happening. I'm really grateful that I have this outlet to work through things, and I didn't know that I needed to work through some stuff in my childhood until obviously getting into therapy does that to you. It opens up a wall, it opens up a door, and suddenly you're thrust into, oh my God, I have things I need to work on, or this has been bothering me for a while, and I need to learn how to manage whatever it is, anxiety, depression. And in my case, I do struggle with some stuff, and mainly PTSD. I'm, again, not going to get into it. But I just think it's interesting. This is the second time this happens where I'm actively working on a painting, and it's fairly personal, and the things that are going on in my life are really heavy. So this is a good one. It was a good exercise to just get away from doing a portrait, because I'm so used to it at this point. Like, at least the functionality of doing a portrait, I'm used to. It's very close up, very I know where I'm going with it. With this, it was a little like I didn't know where to start. And I went with an orange background. I'm not really sure why. I just kind of did. And again, that's part of like the process of painting and not really thinking of my next move too seriously. I didn't want to take this too seriously. And honestly, I'm glad I did that because the the personal side, the therapy side was very tough. And I feel like if this was such a serious painting, it would have been harder to get through. I don't know. I don't know if anybody can relate, but this is just like this is happening again, and I needed to talk about it. Because it was really good to just let go and paint something that I thought was really cute, and just a cute little snapshot of me as a baby. And my mom was fairly young when she had me, so yeah, I just wanted to like capture this cute little moment. I'm like grabbing her hair, I think, and she's like in the photo I can actually see like her hands. She's like trying to make sure I don't rip her hair out. um it makes me laugh. But yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting to chat about. I I find that, art imitates life and life imitates art, and I find that to be true because this week was tough in therapy. And when I was painting this, I mean, because it took me maybe like a week and a half. So yeah, I definitely like, had an interesting time, an interesting experience, and having to sort of distance myself from the subject while painting and just, normalizing like things can be awkward and things can be tough, and that's okay. And I had a really good time doing it. So yeah, in the end, once I go over it, like I start to feel better at the end of the week. And I also had food poisoning while I was painting this, and that was terrible. So really just a weird time. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really have like a set plan when I started this. I started, an orange background. I did the outline a little bit of the sketch, and then I started on the car. I just kind of wanted to get that out of the way because I'm not really good at drawing background things. I'm really proud of the jeans, and I'll tell you, I thought that my mom was wearing pants in this photo. It turns out she's wearing shorts. They're shorts. I don't know why this surprises me. But it does. There's another photo from that day where she's like near a lake, and yeah, I get to see like, oh right, they're shorts. And yeah, it was just really like funny to learn little things about this day. I things I just didn't know beforehand. So yeah. I learned about in the actual photo there's a person behind my mom, and it's my uncle's ex-wife, I guess. And just little things that I didn't know at the time that I got to learn. So I'm definitely going to do this again because I have other baby photos that I've always really liked. And I'd like to, get into it. Maybe try a different medium. I did one in the last video it was my dad and my little sister, and that's in watercolor. I I would do my next one in gouache because that's a medium I don't really use too often. And I think it's good because it dries and I can layer over it. Whereas when I'm working with oil, I'm sort of doing it a la prima, so it gets a little muddy sometimes. And I didn't find that I knew enough about painting bodies or cars or trees for that matter to make this like as detailed as possible, which I think is fine. I mean, I'm still learning. But yeah, for the next one, I think I'll do like gouache or something. I'm pretty proud of the detail on my mom's face. I got a bit of the detail on my face too. The dress I'm wearing, my feet, her shirt, and her belt, her jeans. Like, I like the detail that I was able to get with the little knowledge I have of painting a body. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna stop rambling. I just wanted to share that, you know, in the creative process, sometimes things can feel too personal. And I know I put this on myself. Like, I went ahead and I picked a baby photo. I didn't think it would be a thing. And then I realized in therapy what I was going to be talking about was going to be, you know, pretty difficult. So it's just interesting how no matter what, you're going to have like the space to grow. And that's okay. So yeah, I just wanted to share. Okay, I'm done talking. Bye. Okay, I got this for free from my cousin, but it's broken. And I tried gluing it, and it's still pretty much broken. So I was thinking I'll get an IKEA Alex. Sorry, my dog is right here. I'll get an IKEA Alex drawer. I'll go to IKEA and see like if I can find one. And you guys, I found one on sale. $64. Incredible, because you know how expensive these are. In perfect condition. Well, nearly perfect. I think it's missing the wheels, but I have extra. Of course I do. And then every drawer, it works. Like, it's perfect. So I'm going to replace everything that's in there and put it in here. You'll know I graduated from this one, but we needed this for all of my wife's things. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in here. Get to organizing. I got a bunch of stuff at Dollar Tree, and I'm talking really fast because I'm so excited. But I got these organizers. I got these for linseed oil because it's just, I think it'll be easier. I got pudding because duh, of course I did. And then I got these are like deeper for these bigger drawers. And yeah, just some more organizer stuff, random things for the house. I got these as well for the inside, but I don't know. We'll see if that'll work. So I'm excited. I'm gonna get to organizing, and yeah, that's basically what happened. I found this yesterday. I can't even believe it. I'm just so excited. You know, these things don't go on sale that often, so the fact that I found one is like just incredible. And I went through the exit because I knew I was just going to check in there and see, and I found one and it was like fate, so I had to buy it. So yeah, I'm still in the middle of my painting. I'm pretty sure my paint's dry because it's been like a few days. I've only done a few brush strokes here and there, just because when something in my like paint area is weighing on my mind, this especially, it's been driving me. Okay, my sister and my dad dropped by, so it got really loud. But as I was saying, I can't move forward until I've done this. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm so excited.
Now, that's not to say you're a bad person. That means he ain't. That means stop going for it. That don't feed. It's a symbiotic relationship. You support, they support you. You love, they love you.
Okay, I put them here.
As
Still have to clean all this up.
We shouldn't even go this far.
Almost done. Okay, I have somewhat cleaned up my desk now. I'm just gonna continue on with my painting. This is all full again with everything that I had in there. I've got my oil paints up front, up at the top. The rest of my paints, gouache, watercolor. My stamp stuff, extra like sponge supplies for painting, thumbtacks, extra liquid for oil painting, my printer, ink is down there, label maker. I've got my canvas stuff down here, extra like wood supplies, clay, and then back there, I believe, oh yeah, it's my canvas pliers. And then I've got glue and extra glass jars down there, my pencil sharpener for whenever I get back into pencils, and yeah, this is full again. This is where I ended up at the end, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of like how my mom's face came out and my baby face, but everything else was just kind of difficult. I might add some more stuff to like the trees. I have this like sponge that I'm using, so I'm just going in and, you know, dabbing it, adding texture, which has been really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I just, you know, sometimes you get called to do painting and you feel a really big pull to do it, and I'm glad I did, because I had been wanting to do, you know, a picture of somebody in my family, or just, you know, my parents, and this was really fun, a really good exercise. I don't normally do full bodies, much less paint babies, so this was a really good practice, and yeah, I'm just really happy with it. This is, you know, where I'm gonna end it. Thanks for tagging along with me. These are personal photos, and I just, you know, I really wanted to give them some new life, and, you know, take a look at, you know, different things to paint. Sometimes that's good. So, oh wait, let's pull the tape, shall we? Okay. Uh-oh. It's ripping. Oh, this is not satisfying at all. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, this tape is a little too strong. Okay, well, that's upsetting. It's kind of torn. But here's the painting. And here's the photo. Side by side. I mean, it's kind of cartoonish, but I love it. It was good practice.